Okay, we're at Texas, round 12. Oh, sorry, 13 of 17 on the season, and this is the cutoff race. Um, got quite a tight battle coming into this one, so buckle up. It's going to be anxiety central for quite a few of these team owners today. We have, what do we have? We got about 10 or 12 drivers within 15 points of this cutoff, so anything is possible, and it's likely going to be the end result of a few heartbreaks in the next hour or so. But on the other hand of that, we're going to have quite a few happy drivers and team owners coming into this, leaving. We're looking at the only driver here that is going to be comfortable throughout this entire race that's in the playoffs, and that is Mr. Jess Hanna, winning the first race at Richmond in a one-lap led style race, stealing it from Dave Grubb, who finished, second, but he could have used that win coming into the last race. DNF with 2 to go under caution, and Jess Hanna also got a DNF, but he was already in the safe zone. So we're going to do qualifying real quick, and then we're going to go to the race. Alright, so looks like we got Chris McRae up on pole. He is one of those drivers in the bubble. He's got a 30-point lead, but that could easily be evaporated after today. Maximum points, I've done the calculations from first with most laps led to 36 is 49 points. So 49 points is the magic number. And go through the rest of the field here. I'm seeing quite a few drivers close to that cutoff, mid territory. We got who's on the bottom, Catalina Schwartz. She's fighting for her season. She's had 2 poor qualifying efforts in a row now. We got Wayne King right there, 27th. Also has his work cut out for him. Zach Shaw, the Wonder Kid, 21st. Who else? Hope Torres, 17th. She's coming off of a dismal performance at Mosport. That was probably her best shot to win in this round. We're going to see if she can make her way up. She's got only 8 points to make up, but more or less that's 8 positions unless you're in the top 10. Then it starts to go up by 2 increments each, but it's going to be interesting. I'm going to keep this playoff box on the screen periodically throughout the race, just to give you guys a heads up. I told you I can't do live points updates, unfortunately, during the race, so we're just going to have to go with that. But let's not take anything away from... Oh, well, that's brutal. Crash under caution. Let's restart that. That was a bit silly. Okay, hopefully no crash this time. Not sure what caused it. It was really weird. Make sure all these guys get off cleanly. Looks like we're okay this time. Chris McRae leading us off in pole position, and look at that 48 right up there again. Lily Holmes coming off her first win yesterday at Mosport. She's gonna have a solid race, I'm sure. Tanner Woodward in one of his first starts on the outside pole, and we have Aiden Wright, who is pretty much the long shot for today. Had a miracle regular season, winning at COTA. Another good performance yesterday until some bad strategy happened, and now he's finding himself 19 points below the cutoff. Matt Moss, 17. Carlos Perez, the biggest shock of this playoff so far. He is well down there. Looks like he needs a good performance to get through to the next round, as well as his playoff cushion has evaporated. And we are under green for 84 laps. I didn't do a keys to the race today, but I can tell you the pit window is roughly around 28 to 32 laps, so going to be a 2-stopper regardless for all of these guys. Let's get at it. Aiden Wright taking over their early lead. Like he's gonna get 1 bonus point. That'll certainly help his chances. As Dave Grubb right up there again, looking for redemption the last 2 races now. He wants a win dearly. I don't think he's 8 points, I think, above the line. So I mean, if he just has a good race and maybe a solid top 10 finish, alright, solid top 10 finish today, he should be through. We are at the 2017 spring version of Texas, so the banking in turns 1 and 2 is actually different from 3 and 4. It's a little bit less, kind of lowers the speeds of these trucks, but they are still very fast and nearly flat out, if not fully flat out, at the start of these races with fresh tires. Dave Grubb pulls out early. Now, a lot of people were wondering why they're not getting results after a few performance upgrades. And you know, it kind of really depends on the track, and also there's that variability of the game. Mike, I know you voiced your displeasure on some sabotage perhaps, but I assure you there's no funny business going on, especially in the playoffs. We don't mess around. But for these faster intermediate tracks and, you know, super speedways, you're going to want good aero package, a good engine package to get you through the race. And, you know, for things like road courses, chassis and, you know, aero will also pay a small improvement on your truck's performance. But ultimately, it's just, you're down to randomness. But you're not officially out until the fat lady sings, and that's going to be at the end of lap 84. You never know what's going to happen. I'm liking the randomness of the AI as of lately. Carlos Perez has not dominated as he once has. You can see the number 3 truck also needing a good finish today. He's right up there. You got the 2 of Christian Grace, who's opting to race the truck today instead of being in the booth. There, he's just kidding, he's in class today, but good luck on your test. Hopefully it was worth missing this huge moment in your sim truck racing career. So we see Carlos Perez making a move on Matt, get in the 3rd position. He looks quite strong so far, making his way up the field as we go. Take a look through the back here, see how everybody's kind of managing themselves back. Not too far away from the leader, looks like only about 2.5 seconds. But the big issue here is they're all running side by side. You're going to lose a couple tenths a lap at least running side by side, as we can see Lily Holmes, who has just floundered from her good qualifying position. Looks like she is, where was she over the line? She was 23rd, so that's about a 24, 25 position loss since the start of the green flag 8 laps ago. So it looks like she's got a small issue with her truck. It's going very slow. Not sure what the reason for that would be, but she is noticeably off pace right now. I think Matt is kind of lucky it didn't happen to his truck instead, but it's a disappointing result. Looks like it's gonna come from that 48 as they're 3 wide going into turn 1. Oh, turn 4, sorry. That's a tight squeeze coming through this D-shaped oval. You never want to go 3 wide in the, the front straight here. It's tricky. Go through the fields. Greg Shetner looking for a good run here. Not exactly sure where he is in the points. Gonna bring that up quickly just so we can get a good look at our playoff drivers, and it looks like he's around 4 points off of a cutoff spot, so I think a good performance is needed. 20th place probably won't do it. Say if you're in the top 10, You'll be fine. Tanner Woodward also slipping back a little bit since the green flag. He was on the outside pole. He has slipped down to 17th now, so we got a lot of change happening from qualifying to the race. You can see Aiden Wright slipping back a little bit. 92. How about the 92? Daniel Banks took a quick week off yesterday, and he's right back in it. This kid looks like he's got some potential. Yes, I'd say you got yourself a good driver here. He's already won himself an exhibition race on a weird style super speedway road course at the Widowmaker, and he has been fairly impressive so far. I would say he's if he was in for the majority of the season, he'd probably be one of the top rookies right now. He's had some great finishes. You can see that 21 truck had a bad race yesterday as well. Liam Tanner making his way into the top 10 now. Been fairly interesting, as we can see Mike Carroll has now taken over the lead. It's been a while since he's led a race. A few bad runs lately, some bad luck, but definitely got the memo for his points today, and he needs a win desperately. Take the monkey off his back, get some momentum going into the next 4 races. We got 4 races left after this one, folks. So this first season's flown by. You can see the number 9 truck, only owner driver to fail to make the playoffs in season 1. Disappointment for sure, but you know, expecting big things from him next season in Xfinity. Unsure if I'm gonna move him to Xfinity or not. We'll see what options lay ahead, but I'm thinking likely he will move up, as he is the best driver in the team so far. The rest have failed to impress, to say the least, but we'll see. Time will tell what will happen to his other drivers on the team. Carlos Perez, looks like Toyotas are well back into their groove on these intermediate tracks. It's been a while since we've seen Toyotas run solidly up front. I think they've led every lap so far. Oh wait, no, sorry, Dave Grubb led a few in the Ford camp. Well, Dave, you got to put your best foot forward in whatever series, and I think it was just a string of bad luck that caused me to miss the playoffs. I don't think it's lack of effort by any means. I mean, my driver seems to be performing well on the speedways, and that was kind of where I put a lot of resource points for tracks anyway. I just think it was just bad luck at the start of the season, and I was playing catch up from the get-go, but kind of coming back slowly, hitting the groove. Got our first top 5 yesterday, thanks to your DNF, so appreciate that. But we'll see what happens. It's Carlos Perez right on the bumper of Hope Torres. All 3 of these trucks needing a good performance today to advance into the next round, and they're just doing that. Matt Moss right there, and we haven't talked about Vladimir Makarov a lot lately. He's had some very weird performances, we'll say. Ever since his first win in his first race, he's been slowly tapering off, but these speedways seem to bring out the best in Toyotas, and look at him getting a 6th position right here, so we'll see if that can hold. About 10 laps away from pit stops, and I must say the Winter Air team has probably the best pit crew in the business right now. Not just for that one truck, but also the 31 and the 41. He has a well-rounded pit crew, and mind you, it may not show. There he is. It may not show from every pit stop how well they perform, but more often than not, you're going to see this one truck kind of move up the field with especially green flag pit stops, you're going to see a lot of time gained for these guys. Mind you, he is not having a great race today. Stuck down there in 32nd at the line. Just Hannah, another poor performance, but what does he care? He's just literally cruising for the next race, and then hopefully he can kick it back into gear before we go to the next one. See Billy Sharp right there. Been having some solid performances lately. Danielle Baker, I don't know, she very hot and cold, as is Francisco. You know, these two rookies find themselves well in the top 5, top 10 some races, and then they're like way in the back. So I don't know, inconsistency is something that's going to be apparent with rookies, but I'm not sure if the team owners want this much inconsistency in their organization. You know, you always want a good driver who could at least get top 20s on the regular without any issues, but we'll see. Wayne King, looks like he doesn't have quite the handle on his truck right now, but they're always a strong performer later on in the race. Good finishing stats, I'm sure. Solidly in the top 18 for now. Maybe just kind of waiting to make his move. Let's talk about this 25 truck here. Brody Walker, what a heartbreaker yesterday. Most board leading the race with 3 to go. Gets turned by Keith Hughes. Or sorry, team owner Keith Hughes, but it was Virginia Brock that did the spinning, giving her a lead lap finish, and Brody Walker a DNF, getting stuck into the wall, destroying that truck. Yeah, that was an expensive wreck for the WK Racing team. Something surely they'll be sending the bill to Hughes Motorsports. It's very unsportsmanlike racing. Andrew McAvoy, solid finishes lately. Got himself a top 10 yesterday. Just quietly performing, you know, that's what these senior drivers do. They may not win every race, they may not do, you know, top 10s every race, but they're gonna get you good finishes. That's exactly what he's doing. Of course, they come at a higher price tag than the rookies, which are hot and cold, but price of racing. Got about 2 laps, maybe 3 before we see pit stops happening. You see that 93 truck has taken over the lead. Mike Carroll looking to regain second, it looks like. Keep a closer eye on these leaders as the pit stops about to happen. Carlos Perez needing a win. Looks like he's landed himself on the right track at the right time. Could be another dominant performance for this driver, getting his 5th win if that happens today. Makarov right up there as well, slowly gaining. We have 4 Toyotas in the top 4 now, and it's apparent that these guys still have their magic that they had earlier on in the season. I don't know, something about it. Good aero package, I guess. Alright, we are now in the pit window. Gonna see what happens here. I'm going to switch to a spectator view. Maybe we can see anybody ducking into the pits early. Doesn't look like the lap time is affected too much by tire wear. It's about a second from their fastest laps, so we'll see if anyone pits early, if they can gain an advantage. I mean, surely a second would be a big advantage, but will it cost them speed in the long run? Lap 29, still no takers in the front of the pack. Down pit road. Let's see these these small little battles happening around the track. The bottom line still looks to be slightly faster all the way around the track. You can see the field isn't spread out that much, maybe about a third of the track over the course of this first round. And looks like we got our first taker here, number 2 truck of Tristan Grace. We're going to follow him as he makes his pit stop. Surely the rest of the pack will pit next lap, as he is the only truck to make a pit stop on lap 30. Tristan Grace looking for a good result today. Put the playoff standings back up as we cycle through the pits. It's definitely going to want to, you're definitely going to want to take 4 tires and fuel. We got one truck that stayed out, looks like the 24. Rest of them came in, led by the number 3 truck. Excuse me. Led by the number 3 truck. I don't see Carlos Perez. Oh, there he is right there. Because Matt was well ahead of this group coming into the pits, so not exactly sure what happened with him. Matt is stalled on the pits, and there's contact from the 93 and the 9 truck. Ooh, a lot of contact. It's not that tight of a pit road, but looks like some of these drivers are making contact coming out. Matt. What happened to Matt? Still on pit road. This is disastrous. As he comes out where Wayne King was, who was right around the 20th place or so. Everyone's biting their fingernails. No one's talking in the chat box except for Dave Crub, who is always calm, cool, and collected. Disaster pit stop for that 3 truck. He'll definitely need a caution to get himself back into contention now. We're going to follow 93, who potentially suffered some damage coming out of the pits there. Wow. Talk about an overcut. That 24 truck well ahead of the 93. I'm starting to wonder if there was an issue getting on pit road. I'm going to quickly go back to that so we don't miss too much action. But that 3 truck was well ahead of this group. I'm not sure what exactly happened. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so the 9 truck just goes well. Oh my god, that that explains what. Oh my god. So the 3 truck and 25 of Brody Walker just missed pit road, or I don't even know what. But surely that's why they took so long in the pits. They were serving a black flag penalty. And yeah, you can see the 25 truck stop. That, oh man, can't make a pit stop like that, guys. That's not how you do it. Anyways, going back live now. Matt Moss, Joan, where is he? We have the 48 retired, 42 and 4 all retired. Not sure what the reason was, but the 3 truck is now 21 seconds behind the leader at 31st. He'll need a caution, surely. Yeah. That old strategy. I'm not sure if that was the right one. But a 48 truck and 42 and 4 all retired non-playoff trucks, so no need to recap on that, but we're going to go back up to the leader now. As you can see, the 93 has regained. I'm going to go back to a better camera angle. Those top 4 looks like they're all bunched up with Hope Torres kind of snaking along in the back. Tristan Grace, excellent pit call, making a pit stop a lap prior, staying away from the damage or the danger. Putting himself in position in the top 4 right now. So that's excellent call by that 2 truck. 24 truck as well. He stayed out of the lap later. So it looks like if you pit away from the majority of the pack, you'll be in good shape, because it looks like these guys lose a lot of time hitting with each other. That 50 truck has retaken the lead as they approach their first lap marker, the 89 of John Jacobs. Miserable season so far. Being outperformed by fellow teammate rookie Juan Ramirez, who's about to put him a lap down, running in second now. Yeah, Matt, we try to replicate, you know, as much realism as possible in this game, and glad we can do that. I'm sure Brody Walker would say the same. That was a really wacky pit stop. Never seen anything like that. Potentially not the best version of Texas, but it's the only one that really has the lower banking in turn 1 and 2 that I could find anyway. Most recent update that I saw. Well, I went with it because it looked pretty good and the AI handled okay. Clearly I missed the small details of the pitting. Like that 50 truck, it's just pretty much a crapshoot right now as to who's going to be leading and be up front that particular lap. It's very much like a super speedway in that aspect with these trucks. Flat out, hard to stay up front, pushing all that air. Got a faster truck behind you, but as things spread out throughout the fuel length, tire wear becomes a bigger issue, and so does the handling. That's when you start to see the truck string out a little. But with fresh tires, it's very tight racing. This group is now about 3.5 seconds ahead of the second group, 6 on backwards. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of these drivers could use caution as we are at the halfway mark already. Race is flying by. It's one of the longer ones. It's I believe it would be a 500-mile length race if we were doing the full 100%, so it is a longer race today. 84 laps. Oh, and the 9 truck up in smoke. This could be a caution for some lucky owners. That 9 truck is done. Still no caution on the track. Looks like the 9 truck is going to potentially make it back to pit road. Ooh, no, he's going to stop right on the track. Stalls out. Is this going to bring out a caution? Surely. Although he is off the track surface. I've not seen any lights yet. Oh. Like he got out of the way just in time. I'm not seeing caution lights. We continue. That 92 truck, I was just commending him on a good season, and it looks like he's about to go a lap down next. Oh, he's already 2 laps down. He must have had an issue in the pits as well. Alright, Juan Ramirez. That's something we haven't heard too much this season. Leading this race, young rookie out of Mexico. Having some good and bad performances as of late. Seems to not be a strength of his on the short tracks and speedways, but here he is up front, leading halfway through this. Trying to play spoiler again for some of these playoff drivers. All the playoff drivers behind him looking to win and get into the next round. Did have a spoiler last race with Lily Holmes, who DNF'd earlier on in this race. Brody Walker, the pit road bandit. Looks like he's about to lose a lap from his black flag infraction now. I didn't realize you could make a pit stop and then serve your penalty at the same stop. I thought you'd had to come down a second time, but looks like the 25 and 3 got a little lucky with that. or else they would surely be a lap down already. The 24 truck looks to put Brody a lap down. Top 5 trucks running nose to tail for 48 laps of green flag racing. 6th place, Jess Hanna. Where did he come from? Must have had an excellent pit stop because he was riding around in the back earlier on this race. So he's making gains. I retract my statement about him taking it easy. You can see the trucks are starting to let off a little now in turn 1 and 2 as we're about 13 laps or so away from the next round of pit stops. Mike Carroll very eager to get back up front, lead as many laps, get that extra point, make his way into the final 8. 50 going low, 24. It's a solid run up high as the 93 looks to go make that pass up high. He's going to have the draft help at least on the straightaway. We'll see what happens in turn 3 and 4 as 50 looks to have gained a little bit of momentum now. It looks like that high line is faster in turn 1 and 2. I thought it would probably be the other way around, but high line seems to be quick. Right here has maybe not much grip up high. See that 93 still gaining momentum. The high line, but it doesn't look like he's going to win this battle out to the 50. We have some of these lap down trucks who are quick, but just didn't have good pit stop, and that's caused them to go a lap down, but they're keeping up with these leaders. A little spoiler for now. Go back to the second pack led by Jess Hanna. Clinched in playoff spot. See the points are back up on the screen for you guys to view and kind of do the mental calculations in your head. Looks like Chris McRae with a good finish today will likely make it in. Keith Hughes, top 10 as usual. He should be fine for today, if all stays the same, of course. At the 5 truck who made a huge move since her pit stop. I think a lot of the cars that were hanging out in the back first stint have made their moves and made the right changes on their trucks to advance their position. The 85 of Makarov in 15th. He might need a better run than this to advance. Same with Zach Shaw, who is where is Zach Shaw? He's right below the cutoff, so 3 points. It's going to be very close. But a lot of the trucks in front of him, with the exception of Schwartz, are ahead of him on the track. So it's going to be very interesting. Let's see, Dave Grubb, kind of struggling today. Not his usual pace. He is 17th now, nearly 10 seconds behind the leader. A lot of these drivers are going to need cautions to be competitive, and there's enemy number 1 after the last race, Virginia Brock. Certainly not making any friends after her last race. That 3 and the 20 kind of running in tandem now to try and gain as much time on the leaders as possible, or at least mitigate their time before they go a lap down. 24 truck showing excellent pace so far. He did stay out an extra lap, so maybe he'll do it again. Got him the lead the first time, might do it again this time. 50 truck, 93 all came down pit road the first with the big pack. That 2 truck pit a lap early, so we might see him come down pit road first. We're about 4 laps away from what his scheduled stop should be. Hope Torres hanging on to the top Top 5 as it is. Nearly a second down now, kind of stuck behind some lap traffic. See that number 1 truck of Vince Curtis. 13 points above the cut line, but riding in 30th right now. Is that going to be enough for him to stay in the playoffs? Might see a first round exit by a lot of upsets right now. One of them likely being the 93 if he doesn't get a win here. Only time's going to tell. I'm eager to see the results. Find out what's going to happen with these drivers who had such a good regular season, kind of tapered off when it mattered most. The 50 truck doing a small shuffle to the back now. 93 truck looks strong while he was up front, but in a pack of dirty air, not looking as dominant. That 2 truck, gonna be one to watch. Two truck, of course, getting his playoff run cemented in near the end of the regular season at Darlington in that wild finish where he basically outlasted everyone else and didn't run out of fuel. It's the 93 truck looking to make a pass on the 24. Looks like the 2 is going to go with him or make his own line. Oh, looks like he thinks better of it and ducks behind the 93 again. Okay, so this should be the lap where the 2 truck hits. I'm gonna go back to my wide angle. See what happens. Be interesting to see who makes their pit stops first, who pits with the rest of the majority of the pack, and looks like the 2 is going to stay out an extra lap. That pack for the top 5 with 2 lap cars involved is tightening up now. They're all too wide. Getting close. So you can see the handlings of the truck start to change now. The 24 truck still able to keep pace on the high line, and we got some action now. Top 4 trucks all come down pit road with the exception of the 24. And this is the money stop. The Makarov coming behind them as well. This is for all the beans. Who is going to make the playoffs round of 8 and who is going to squander their chance? All those trucks in our view. You can see the 26 on the very left hand side of your screen. Looks to be another 4 tire and fuel stop, of course. 26 and 50 are out clean, 2 clean. 93 still in pit road. And the 93 is gone finally, but tons of time lost for the 93. This is a disaster for them. You can see the 84 stayed out an extra lap, that 24 stayed out an extra lap. See the 5 who is charging up the field lately. I don't see any playoff drivers in the pit road right now. 82. As we can follow the 82, looks like he got off decent. 28 there, Chris McRae, our pole sitter, getting off nice and clean. You can see the leaders in the screen now. This is going to be for the lead. Will the 24 beat them off pit road again, or will the 2 and the 50 have the momentum to get past? Looks like it's going to be the 24. Not enough for the 2 and 50, but those 3 should pack up and draft each other as they've kind of left the 26 now behind. Oh, and we got caution on the track. Caution is on the track. You can see the lights on the fence all lit up. and we're gonna find the cause of this. That is a lucky break for a lot of owners, as we can see some smoke in turn 3 and 4. Gonna find out who's on pit road there. Looks like the 21 is involved some way. Let's go back. Looks like the pit stop should be finished, so I won't bother too much with those. Wow. So it looks like the 21 was just coming off pit road with the 31. None of these drivers are playoff drivers, so not a big deal, but... Oh, sorry, okay, looks like there was an accident before that. Ooh. Oh, Carlos Perez and Makarov. 2 playoff drivers. My god, I'm terrible at operating this camera. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of drama to be had, and I am not doing a good job following it. Oh, 2 playoff drivers colliding, probably coming off pit road. Or was it the 85 that just blew a motor? Yeah, he was very slow and off the pace. Oh, just taking out his fellow countryman and friend. That's gonna stir up some emotions. Ah, just get destroyed by the 91. 28 was involved, 21, 31. All just ramming into them. The 33 skates by with the skin of his teeth. That was lucky. 23, looks like everyone else kind of got away clean. Huge drama, folks. 93 and 85 are surely eliminated now. Oh. After the 93. Oh no, did I lose the stream? Oh no. Did I lose the stream, guys? Can you guys confirm the stream's still going, because it has died on my end. Just want to make sure before we continue. Can you guys see the feed still? Like, is it still live? Because my phone... Okay, well, maybe it's just my phone that's not working, but as long as you guys can still see it, because I don't want to lose you guys at the most dramatic time of the race. Okay, so we'll continue. Wow, that is a monster development. As 85 and the 93 both having excellent seasons, eliminated from the playoffs. Now, mathematically, I would say it's completely done for those guys, so that's unfortunate for them. I don't know what else to say. Dave, you're probably the luckiest man on the track right now. Just barely getting by that wreck. Let's go to the top 10, see how things kind of cycled through. I don't think anyone kind of went a lap down from those pit stops, so no drama there. Like the 83 now is in the top 10. We got that one truck who's a lap down. 28, Chris McRae, getting a little bit of damage from that wreck, but I don't think anything appears too severe on that. 28, Lucas Oil Chevy. That 84 truck still in the running. 33, just barely getting by, in 13th now. 69 of Catalina Schwartz, looks like her season isn't over yet. Is she's 8 points to the good coming into this race, but with 2 main competitors behind her, I think she might be okay. Wayne King is the man on the bubble, I would say, right now. He is well down the field. Still on the lead lap? Yes. Still on the lead lap in 20th. And that 3 truck just got a new shot at life. 22nd. Ended the lead lap cars basically, and he's going to have nowhere to go but up from here, as is that 43 of Greg Shetner, also very close to that bubble. Well, like always, this race is not without any drama. At least we know 2 of the team owners' fate has been sealed, but that still leaves the rest of you. As the 80 truck blows an engine under caution. It's so strange how these trucks just they can run at 9,000 RPM for the whole race, but when it comes to caution speed, they just give up. Thankfully for team owner William, he is not in the playoffs, so it's just prize money lost there, but he has not been too lucky as of late. His results, surely the winner would have been the 25 yesterday if it wasn't for a small little collision on the front stretch. We are going green next time by. It's going to be a 14 lap shootout and they hit the green. See those lap cars going on their inside line. 24 looking to play spoiler on the rest of the playoff drivers. I'd say it would have been between 24, 2, and 50 had the caution not come out, as the 26 kind of lost the pack after that pit stop, but now it is wide open. Jess Hannon might even win a second one, who knows? It's going to be, you know, you get 3 extra playoff points into the next round if you win one, so as you can see how tight it is right now, you're going to want those 3 points. That's vital. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens this next restart. Take that playoff bubble out, I'll put it back on near the end of the race. We'll just watch and see what happens. The next 10 minutes or so, we should be finished. Everyone should know what's going to happen to their careers. We are green flag racing again. Almost had our first caution-free race. 24 gets a great restart. I must say, as a Jeff Gordon fan, it's nice to see the 24 back up front where it belongs. So there's not too many Jeff Gordon fans out there right now, but I'm one of them. That 2 truck of Christian Grace looks on the inside. Gonna try and push the 25 truck to the lead. Put him back on the lead lap and give himself the lead in the process. There are quite a few lap trucks on the low line right now. Looks like the 29 truck is sticking with his teammate Daniel Banks, who is a lap down on the low line. Could you imagine if the 25 just blew an engine right now and took out the whole field? That would be drama city. 24 truck back up front. 50 truck now going up high. As we saw, turn 1 and 2, the high line is the best line, as they are 3 wide now. Not sure how that's going to work out for these guys, but Tristan Grace is being super aggressive. He knows what this means. Not only would a win put him mathematically in the next round, but 3 extra playoff points. We have 11 laps to go now at the line. Gonna be close. 16.5 miles to go. See what's happening a little bit further down in the pack, see who's gained some and who's lost some since the restart. 26 looks like she's getting shuffled back. That is not going to be good for her. Needs to get in front of that 92 truck ASAP. Her teammate is right behind that 92, so maybe McAvoy will let her in. 5 truck, solid performance after a poor qualifying result. She's right in the thick of it. Good for another top 5. Wonder Kid, Zach Shaw, 8th place. Unbelievable. Didn't look like that was going to happen at the start of this one. Adelina Schwartz still holding on to the Rookie of the Year titles. But she has lost quite a bit of ground lately. Looking to solidify her postseason efforts. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's the only rookie in the playoffs. Just checking my list right now. And I can confirm he's the only rookie in the playoffs. So, very deserving of her to be leading the Rookie of the Year title. We'll see if that can stand for the next 4 races. She's just got 4 to go. She'll be in the money. That 33 truck sliding down. Could this be the fairy tale season over for Hustlers Racing Incorporated? Or will they catch some sort of lucky break, as that 20 and the 3 truck seem to have been glued together the entire race. Wayne King and Matt Moss looking to keep their seasons alive together, it looks like. 2 Chevy teams sticking together throughout this whole race. That 26 and 69 are getting shuffled back because of the 1 truck who seems to be off the pace. I'm going to go back up front now and watch the conclusion of this one, as that 50 truck and the 2 truck, both playoff drivers, are looking to get this win. Number 2 of Keith Hughes, or sorry, number 82 of Keith Hughes. Huge gainer since the restart. You can see the playoff bubble on screen again. Keith Hughes should be okay with, oh, very slow 31 truck. Splitting up the field there, that was very close. See that 2 truck, Christian Grace. Right on the bubble, 3 points above the cut line. Surely a top 5 would be enough, but I think nobody needs a win more than Mike Carroll right now. Is a top 5 going to be enough for these guys? Get Zach Shaw 3 points below. It's honestly, I can't do this math in my head right now. It's going to be close, but I think a top 5 should be okay. Adelina Schwartz is dropping. She is quite high in the playoff standings, but not points wise. Looks like she's 19th now. She slid all the way down to 19th. Dave Grubb in 14th. Is that going to be enough to get them through? I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable if I was you, Dave. Oof. 33 is climbing again. 13th still, but top 10 would be very close. The 82 and 50, the 2 playoff drivers, looking to play spoiler for that 2 truck. Three laps to go. 7 truck, big mover since the restart, and the 23. And look at the 20 and the 3 truck in the top 10 now, charging their way to the front since the restart. We're gonna have 2 to go at the line. Christian Grace has built up a nice lead now. That 92 truck looking to play spoiler. Daniel Banks a lap down. Too bad for him that he couldn't stay on the lead lap those first I guess, what was it, 60, 70 laps. Here comes the 50 and the 82. Here we go, final lap. Tristan Grace takes the white flag. Looks like Dave Grubb is calling out team orders now, asking Francisco Guerrero and Tanner Woodward to slow down to potentially give the 33 some extra points. Not sure if they're going to obey or not, but this is going to be close. Looks like Tristan Grace will win this one, locking himself into the playoffs. Mike Carroll, 2nd place. Is it going to be enough? We'll find out. Keith Hughes surely has now made it, no question. 20 and the 3. They're going to be very close. I don't know what to say, folks. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens as that 33 gets 12th. Wow. Let's see. Catalina Schwartz, 18th. Adrian Wright is eliminated. I can confirm that. He finished in 17th. Chris McRae surely will have advanced now with that 16th place finish. Teammate Greg Shetner going to be on the bubble with his 15th place effort. Well then, I'm curious to see what's going to happen here. I don't know, folks. I'm going to get the points done as soon as possible, but I can confirm Adrian Wright is eliminated. Carlos Perez eliminated. Vladimir Makarov eliminated. Other than that, I'm not sure. I think Matt Moss might be done. The top 7 finish may not be enough. Time will tell. But it's going to be at least 10 to 8 drivers on the bubble. I'm going to see. And remember, folks, if there is a tie, it will be your best finish in the last 3 playoff races, and that resets every round. That's how NASCAR does it. That's how I'm going to do it if there is a tie, because everything is so close right now. So if you, just for example, if there's a tie for 8th, the driver with the best finish in the round of 16 will advance. If there is a tie between the best finish, we'll go to the second best finish and third best finish, and so forth. So we will find out shortly what's going to happen. Congratulations, Tristan. I hope you did good on your test, but you certainly aced this one. Good job, buddy. See, good things do happen if you help me out in the booth. Get lucky a few times. Mike Carroll. Gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Keith Hughes surely has advanced. Wayne King. I'm gonna confidently say yes on that one. So just leaves a few variables here. Dave Grubb. Vince Curtis is going to be very close. He's 4th coming into this race, only 13 points above. He had a terrible race, finishing 26th. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen. I'm going to do that right now for you guys, so I'm going to hop off here and we're going to do some math. Good luck to all those who advance, and I'm sorry about your luck if you don't. See you at the next race. Not sure when that's going to be, but probably sometime on the weekend. So we'll see you then. Thank you for watching.